Hey guys, it's DC and welcome to the Soap Sanctuary where all soap lovers are welcome. This is my Beyond the Gates review video of Monday, May 19, 2025. I was watching it this morning on the treadmill at the gym. I was like, man, I got a lot to say about this episode, a lot to say. And that's why I like posting videos when I feel these emotionally charged, because I feel like that's so much dialogue in my mind. Like, this has to be a review video. As you know, guys, I'm in my summer semester. We were taking 4 classes, which I'm not sure how that happens because typically you're supposed to do 2. It is moving along. By the way, guys, thank you for 1,000 subscribers. I'm like, damn, I finally 1K. It took me about 3 years, but I'm okay with slow and steady. I'm not in a rush. This YouTube is because I enjoy it. There's really there's a plan with it, but there's not a plan at the same time. You know, because I want it to be, I don't want it to feel like a job for me. I already feel like I have already 2 jobs as it is. But anyways, let's get into yesterday's episode, Beyond the Gates. Let me tell you something this. Mobster or not, Jason Morgan or Sonny Corinthos prototype or not, whether I owe you money or not, Joey Armstrong or not, if you flirt with my spouse in front of me, I maybe can't whoop your ass in public, but you're getting checked. And when I was watching that, I was like, why didn't Doug check this man? And I hope he does at some point, because I'm like, damn, Doug, like, you can't be this pathetic. I don't care if you owe him money or not, hitman or not, gangster or not, casino owner or not. You've got to check that ass. Because I feel like if you don't, it'll make people think that they can get away with really anything with you. I was shocked. Like, it was blatant right there that he saw that. And he just didn't say anything to him. I hope that he checks Joe Armstrong at some point. I don't care if you owe this man money or not. If someone was flirting with my husband in front of me, I don't care if I owe you money or not. Your ass has to get checked. And maybe it can't be right then, there, on the spot, but it has to be at some point. Because that's the ultimate form of disrespect. And a lot of times, the people, when it comes to their family, their loved ones, their kids, it usually doesn't matter who the person is. There's a strength that comes in you in that moment where all else, you don't see nothing else in that moment. So I hope Doug says something about that. Because I was like, you cannot be that pathetic to not say anything, Poppy. You can't. You can't. Next, I want to move on to the idea of Tomas and Kat. Kat is like a very younger, naive version of like Hillary Banks from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But the thing about Tomas is very sneaky. Do you guys notice this? Or is it just me? He's playing both sides of the fence. I see why Bill Hamilton hired him. So Tomas really connects more with Eva, because Eva and him can relate on the fact that they really had to work for what they had. Kat has never really had to do that. She's very green, right? And Tomas is very seasoned, as is Eva. That's why he connects with Eva so much. But he's very sneaky. Him telling Kat, I don't want to get involved. You know, it's between you and Kat. But you are involved, my G. But you are involved. You have involved yourself. You weren't comforting Leslie, but you were comforting Kat. You were comforting Eva, her half-sister, Kat's half-sister. You don't get messy? Tomas is playing chess, not checkers. He knows being connected to a Dupree will help him. And he also happens to find Kat attractive. So both of them work in that aspect. But to me, I see the game he's playing. And Tomas is a good-looking man. That's a good-looking man. But the thing is that he's also smooth with his words. He's very, very smooth with his words. And I think that's the part where Kat is getting distracted by, is that he's so smooth, right? So even when he said to her, well, what if I said you were a spoiled brat? And Kat was like, well, is that how you see me? Yes, that is how I see you, right? It was like a Freudian slip. If you always listen closely to people's speech, they are always telling you exactly how they feel about you. That was the first thing that came up for him, was like, what if I said you were a spoiled brat? That means in some way or another, either he's currently perceived her that way, he perceived her that way at one point, or both. And then when she's like, well, is that how you see me? What I see is a woman who's like ambitious and blah, 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 blah. My G, that was a closed-ended question. Is that the way you see me? Yes or no? He went around the question, if you noticed. Tomas is not to be trusted. he's looking for a come up. He's not to be trusted. This is why sometimes in life, as you rise up, you have to be around people who are also on that level, because you don't have to question their motives or their intentions, where they're just looking to receive from you, but they're not looking to give anything. Think about that for a second. Last but not least on the list is Andre and Danny. I believe that Danny is Andre's karma for all the women that he's played in the past, right? Because this is my philosophy in life. It's best that you want what you want that also wants you, if that makes sense, if you're following here. Life is so much easier that way, especially when you go after things that want you. It will lay out the red carpet for you. When you're with somebody that doesn't really want you, they're toggling, they have doubts about you, they don't know, they're not sure, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, Ruby-Dooby-Doo, Cartoon Network. You know what I'm saying? This is the stuff that happens. And the thing is, when Danny was telling Andre, well, you know, I just wasn't that woman with Bill, and like, I finally get to be that woman now, and you know. And it's like, yeah, but you didn't have this energy for Bill Hamilton, but you have it for him. How many times have we seen in relationships where that person, they didn't have the energy for the person they should have the energy for, but they got it for you? But the thing is, I think Andre likes that, because every woman, it seems like in the past, with him being a playboy, is probably fawned all over him. So naturally, you like the woman that doesn't, because like, oh, a challenge. But what he doesn't realize, he's kind of basically a sly in Danny's book. And it's kind of harsh, but it's the truth. Right? And this is why, personally, for me as a person, I would never get involved with someone who's fresh out of a relationship or fresh out of a marriage. Because it's like, they have so much sometimes jadedness in them, that energy is now going to be directed towards you, and you don't even deserve it. They're not fully in the process with you. That's why when someone's heart is still somewhere else, you don't get involved with that person. I'm telling you, they're going to love the adventure. They're going to love the funness. They might love the sex. But they're going to feel like whatever they couldn't do with that person, stand up for themselves, have a voice, they're going to make sure they do it with you. And it's like they got all the smoke for the wrong person. How many times have we seen that? Right? And maybe some of us have been guilty of that ourselves. That's why you don't get involved with people like that. Me personally, as a person, if you were involved with someone, you still got something tied up, you are separated, you need to close that first. That chapter got to be closed. Because if it's not, the unfinished business within that will manifest within the relationship you will have with me or with you, right? It will manifest physically, right? And I think people got to be mindful of that. Now let's look at Ashley and Derek. Ashley's a whole, he's like, I broke up with it, like, yeah, I can't be in the hospital today, but I'll be here tomorrow, like, it's the third day. What was Derek asking that was unreasonable? Let's get a place together? That seems reasonable enough. I always believe, I think it's, personally speaking, I think it's weird when you are getting in a long-term relationship, when you're marrying someone and you're moving into their place, and there's not a plan to get a place together. That's just weird to me. Because it's almost like you're in their world, and that's their world, and you're just living in it. Like Corey Gamble with the Kardashians. But, like, that's uncomfortable. And I don't think what Derek was asking was unrealistic. So now what's going to happen? She's at the bar, and what? Andre walks in, now she wants the bad boy? I don't feel bad for Great Value Elizabeth Weber. I don't. Because at the end of the day, you got a good man. Derek is a good man, is the way I see it. He's a good man. Probably too good for her. What was he asking that was unreasonable? People who like that danger stuff, I stay away from them. I stay away from people like that. I'm telling you, Papa, I stay away from that. Because some people think stability is boring. It's like that's what she wants. She wants the thrill. Okay, go ahead. This is what that thrill going to do for you, boo. It's going to land you with some more emotional trauma. Go ahead, but do your thing, girl. I see you, though. Do your thing. Derek deserves a good woman who appreciates him. And maybe for her, she liked the idea. Some people like the idea of certain relationships, but when the reality hits, it's like, oh, snap. I didn't think this through. I don't feel bad for Ashley at all. Whatever comes her way, she deserves it. Because Derek is a good man. But we'll get a couple points here. Tomas being the Bill Hamilton protege. I see why Bill Hamilton hired him. Doug, I pray that he's not as pathetic as he was in yesterday's episode. I pray he's not. I pray he's not. Man. Yo. That episode got me fired up, Poppy. My goodness. Can we talk about Jacob? Jacob should not be working the case with Leslie. That's like conflict of interest. We're married to a Dupree. Okay, that's another video, guys. So, anyways, I got to get inside, guys. I got to get ready. I got to start my day. I got class today till like 10 p.m. tonight. Oh. So, but anyways, guys, this is my Beyond the Gates impromptu review video, guys. I am out. I'll see you guys in the next one.